Good morning. Welcome back to the Pearson & Weary Chiropractic video series. I'm Dr. Anderson. We're going to shift gears a little bit today. We've gone over a lot of physical movement-based information. Today, we're going to go into nutrition. March is National Nutrition Month, so we're going to go over some kind of key, basic, fundamental nutrition information for you. So to start out, we're going to explain what macronutrients are. Some of you may or may not have heard of the term macronutrients. But macronutrients are basically the nutrients that you eat, things that you take into your body that provide energy. The three basic macronutrients are protein, carbohydrates, and fats. Most of you have probably heard about those as well. So when we look at protein is responsible for the structure of your body. Most of you know it's muscle mass, that kind of stuff. So protein is responsible for the structure. It's also responsible for repair, again, muscles, as well as metabolism. Carbohydrates, they are your prime energy source. So obviously for moving around and just doing anything that you need to do in the day, carbs are going to be your main fuel source for that. It's also very important for brain function. And then when it comes to fats are crucial for hormonal health, as well as for cellular health and vitamin absorption. So that's kind of a quick breakdown of the different macronutrients. We can get into math and how many calories are contained in each of them, but we'll save that for a later video. Right now, just understand what they are and what they're used for. So the next thing I want to talk about is how to structure what you eat around those macronutrients and how to optimize your health with it. So the very first thing you want to do is you want to prioritize protein. There's a lot of recommendations out there. The general recommendation is 1 gram per pound of body weight. If you're really active, that's going to be a really good benchmark to hit. If you are kind of intermittently active, maybe work a desk job, you can probably bring that down a little bit, but in general, 1 gram per pound of body weight is going to be your sweet spot for your protein intake. Next, you want to look at your carbohydrate intake. That is largely variable. A kind of a good starting point is going to be 1 gram per pound of body weight there as well. But if you want to get a little bit more nitty gritty, then 40 to 60% of the calories that you have remaining after you subtract your protein, that's going to be dedicated to carbohydrates. That's going to make sure that you have enough energy to do the things that you're doing, to perform any exercise, running, weightlifting, whatever that you do. And then anything that's left over is going to be dedicated to fats. And that transitions into the very last point, which is what types of foods to look at and to focus on to get that 1 gram per pound of body weight protein, carbs, and the rest fats. So in general, you want to prioritize whole foods. So things like lean meats, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, things like that, things that are in as close to their natural state as possible. A good rule of thumb when it comes to focusing on what to eat to hit your macronutrient goals is to apply the 80-20 rule. And what the 80-20 rule is you dedicate 80% of your energy intake, your macronutrient intake, to whole foods. Again, things in their most natural state. The other 20%, you can do whatever you want. You have freedom. You can eat whatever processed foods or, anything that you want, really. Whether that be, sugary beverages, donuts, whatever you want. But having that 80-20 rule helps you maximize your diet and your health and gives you a good backdrop and a majority of healthy food intake, but it still gives you some leeway and some freedom to still enjoy the things that we all enjoy, right? So that's a quick breakdown of nutrition and how to use it to optimize your health for March, National Nutrition Month. So if you have any questions or if you need someone to kind of take a look at your diet and see if there's any refinements that need to be made, I encourage you to call and schedule an assessment. We're going to ask questions about your diet and see how it's playing a role in your health, as well as check your body and its function and see if there's anything else we can do from a chiropractic or movement perspective to really get your health to the next level. So give us a call, come in, and we'll get you looked at and we'll get you moving in the right direction. Thanks.